This is the electrical equipment summary and building footprint schematic for the Remedial system to be included with the system. It details the electrical equipment and treatment equipment, and also includes horsepowers, voltage, phase, and amperage of the equipment in the system. Also to be included with this system is the process flow diagram for the remedial treatment. Demonstrates the directional flow through all of the remedial equipment for both contaminated groundwater treatment and contaminated vapor treatment. This is the control panel for the remedial system. All components of the remedial system can be operated in manual mode, controlled by float switches, or operated in hand mode to override the float switches. Control panel also comes equipped with alarms and equipment run times, along with emergency shutoff.
I don't know where that's at. I guess that's it there.
This is the inside of the remedial system, equipped with fuses and motor starters, along with a programmable logic control that uses the float switches to turn pumps on and off. The system is also equipped with a dial-up connection to alert a user of any malfunctions, failures, or errors within the system. October 2nd, 2015, Griffith Oil Remediation System narrative. Look at the 1-inch pipes coming up out of the ground, heading into the ball valves with the galvanized steel header. That is the groundwater extraction system. Pneumatic pumps out in the treatment area out in the field extract groundwater, bringing contaminated groundwater into the system via underground plumbing. Water runs through the plumbing into a large holding tank. The holding tank is equipped with float switches. Upon filling of the tank, the float switches turn on a transfer pump. Transfer pump engages and pumps water from the holding tank through 2 bag filter vessels in parallel. The water is pre-treated with bag filtration, 2 filters in parallel, before running through liquid carbon treatment. The water is treated with 2 200-pound vessels in series, and there are 2 sets of the vessels in total running parallel. So the water is treated by 400 pounds of granular activated carbon before being discharged to the local stormwater system under NIPD's permit. This is the vapor phase of the dual phase remedial extraction system. Soil vapor extraction points run through underground trenching on individual lines coming from individual extraction points. All extraction points can be isolated within inside of the remedial enclosure via ball valves. All extraction lines also include vacuum gauges to monitor extraction in individual locations. Once inside the shed, the individual extraction lines all form a common line. common line first runs through vapor liquid extraction, the large blue vessel. The liquid that is separated out can be transferred to the liquid phase holding tank to be treated via liquid phase carbon. Once the liquid is knocked out of the vapor, the dried vapor is sent to the granular activated carbon vessels for vapor treatment. Each of the vessels contains 1,000 pounds of carbon. The vessels are plumbed in series for a total of 2,000 pounds of vapor carbon treatment. After passing through the vapor carbon, the now treated vapor runs through the rotary coil vacuum pumps. After vapor liquid separation and granular activated treatment, the vapor runs through the rotary coil vacuum pumps and is discharged to the atmosphere. To demonstrate function of the system, we'll turn on the components. The VLS is emptied by the VLS transfer pump. It is controlled by float switches. When the VLS fills up with liquid, the float switches are activated and the VLS transfer pump kicks on to drain the VLS unit into the EQ tank. Go ahead and kick on that vacuum knockout pump. Okay? Next to it is the transfer pump that controls, or the transfer pump that empties the EQ tank. This pump is also controlled by float switches. When the tank fills, the switches activate the transfer pump, draining the tank, and then subsequently shutting the transfer pump down when the EQ tank empties. Go ahead and turn on the transfer pump. Okay. Next we have the two rotary coil vacuum pumps that are equipped with auto lubrication, the oil tank. Go ahead and hit vacuum pump 1. Good. And vacuum pump 2. The heavier pieces of equipment within the Remedial system are all skid mounted to allow for a forklift to move equipment in and out of position. Both 1,000 pound vapor carbon vessels are mounted on steel skids. Also on steel skid mounted is the vapor liquid separator, transfer pump, groundwater transfer pump, both bag filter vessels, both rotary coil vacuum pumps, all mounted on steel skid. This extraction wellhead is an example of dual phase remedial extraction at the site. The white PVC is for groundwater extraction. The 1-inch air hose is for soil vapor extraction. The 3/8-inch air hose is compressed air delivery to operate the pneumatic pump. And the 1/2-inch air line is the exhaust from the pneumatic pump. So compressed air is delivered from the shed through underground trenching, through that 3/8-inch air line, down to the pneumatic pump. Pneumatic pump powers the groundwater extraction, exiting the well through the white PVC line, in addition to the soil vapor extraction provided by the rotary claw vacuum pumps coming out the 1-inch air hose, which both the groundwater extraction and soil vapor extraction is transported back to the shed for treatment. This is an example wellhead, extraction wellhead from the Remedial system, showing both deep and shallow soil vapor extraction, 2 separate extraction zones, side by side. You can see multiple 2x2 well vaults demonstrating multiple extraction points from within the Remedial system. The Remedial system is located in the yellow building, and the Remedial system was successful in removing over 90% of petroleum contamination from the site.